Warning. Every one of you listening to my voice, tell the world. Tell this to everybody wherever they are. Watch the skies everywhere. Keep looking. Keep watching the skies.
Yeah, buddy.
It stopped. Yeah, you guys caught me. All right. Thank you for joining us this evening. Only 19 people saw it, so we'll just.
Well, there's a lot more on the way, I'm telling you.
Oh, I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. All right, everybody. Linda, thank you for showing up. Your gold place, Andrew Gnome's Trucking Express. I remember talking to you a long time ago, dude. You were awesome. And yeah, thanks for being silver. Kitty Cattywhack in the bronze. You guys are all amazing. Race fan. Good seeing you, my friend. Kevin Kennedy, TMI. Too much information. Thank you so much for showing up this evening. Bar Madison, thank you so much for being here. Of course, you've been talking to him as well, Lee. And just in case you don't know, I'm Grantavious Maxx, and this is Lee Strauss from Area 151 or 115. I will always say Area 151, and I don't.
It's Element 115. Element, not area.
Dude, I say every time. Like I have.
I know. It's all good, myself. Brother. It's all good.
Well. Area 51, Element 115. Of course, Bob Lazar, S4, came out with Element 115 way before it was even thought of by science. Or, well, obviously, I mean, I can say Element 37. And, of course, there's going to be an Element 37 here in about 40 years. So, doesn't matter. Mel WD. Good seeing you, my friend. Matt Carter, hello to you as well. And Joanne, hi. All right. Thank you for coming by. JMJ12, good evening to you as well. Tim James is in the house. What's shaking, everybody?
Nice.
Gotta love him. Hi, guys. Well, hello to you as well. Raruna Farm. I love it. Oh, dude. Straight up did to the alien UFO spaceship. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know we had that meme or whatever they call this. Stargazer, good seeing you as well. Richard Minish, laugh out loud. Well, it's always good seeing you. Thanks for laughing at me because I am retarded. Frankie B, good evening to you. Ask him. He knows. No, this dude's had to like literally babysit me and pour me into bed before. But trust me.
Well, that's a story we won't get into tonight.
No. He pulled me by the ear, dragged me up to my room, threw me into bed, and said, "Go to sleep." I said, "Okay, no problem." Actually, I probably didn't say nothing but. So, Jules, good seeing you. Greetings, generals of SOR, the Woo Train, and Wrench Kindred. Thank you so much. It's good seeing you. Undead Jed, hello to you. Stargazer, always good to see you as well. Candace Helfrich, good seeing you. Hello to you. All right. And Jay Trueseeker, always good seeing you, my friend. Been a while since I've talked to you. Smokes a lot. Well, I quit smoking recently, and I went from smoking to doing. No, I'm just kidding. Won't go there. I'm just kidding. I don't do anything. I work my butt off. That's all I do. So let's
dedicated man.
Well, so are you, man. You work your butt off too. I mean, I just have 2 jobs and 3 actually, if you count this one. But this one's fun. So I mean, this is just a fun one for us all. All right. Well, let's see here. As everybody knows, we're going to be talking about 3-Eye Atlas. And I spelled creating its own light with 2 R's. So forgive my spelling. And drama within the UFO domain. Let's start with the drama. So, as everybody knows, Paulina Yeah, Paulina Luna. So Miss Luna, one of our representatives, went on Joe Rogan recently. Actually, it's a pretty good show to
It
listen
was
to her.
fantastic.
Yep. And then there was a kind of a fight. There was a blame game here that happened when it came to what she said about the flu that everybody got, the skiff flu, and that ruffled some feathers. It really did. And this is actually something that she had posted. It says Representative Anna Paulina Luna, a strange and frankly bizarre post for someone I didn't even name. So we're going to get into this. Lou Elizondo took offense at what she said. Now you got to understand, everybody. Lou Elizondo does not live in DC. He, I believe, lives in Wyoming. And to travel to DC to go to the skiff, including Christopher Mellon or, Commander David Fravor or Grush or anybody that's going to show up to these skiffs, has to fly on their own dime to get to DC in order to get in this skiff and talk about it. So that's something that takes a lot of time out of your day and out of your pocketbook, for that matter, because you're also feeding yourself. You're also housing yourself. So
It's not free, that's for sure. They're asking people to show up for these, and they're not paying their way. They're not paying their hotel. They're not paying for their food. I mean, that's just a lot to ask. It really is, especially if it's spur of the moment.
Oh, and sometimes it was within 24 hours. Have you tried to get a plane flight to DC in 24 hours?
Yeah, come on.
Not happening.
No, that's ridiculous.
My wife can't even pack her own bag on a trip that we're taking for a weekend 5 days in advance. Like, come on.
It takes me a good week and a half to get ready for anything.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah.
It takes me, and so this is the difference between me and you. So it takes me. Okay, let's put this in perspective. I got my truck attached to the trailer. I got my one child's stuff ready and in a bag. My other child did it herself. And I got all my stuff ready, including food, snacks, and everything, all within an hour and 15 minutes. And we were driving. I did fill the truck up the day before. We were driving out to go camping this last weekend. That's how fast I can get ready. You, on the other hand, have so much equipment. How in the heck did you even get to Dave Scott's house with all that equipment? And
I didn't. I pared it down. I shaved a lot off because I knew better. It's like all the Starlink stuff so that I could go live out in the field and all that. I didn't bring any of that stuff. And I really went with just my main camera equipment and my parabolic mic and stuff. I just pared it way down.
Well, I mean, kudos to you, and it looked fun. So everybody that's watching, please go check out Dave Scott's either Facebook or, even Lee's YouTube. I mean, it's great. You can catch it in our archives. So going back to Representative Luna and Elizondo, there was a little bit of a scuffle there, and he posted something saying, hey, this is what it is. And then she responded saying, a strange and frankly bizarre post from someone I didn't even name, Lou Elizondo. You have my number, yet you went on X instead of contacting me directly. Now, this is a public, scuffle. They're going on X and talking about this publicly. She says, we've been coordinating with the same organization you were a part of, only to learn after the UAPDF roundtable that you had left. Correct me if I'm wrong. Regardless, you could have still come to the skiff at any time. As I told you, we'd work around your schedule. Let this be a lesson for all UAP whistleblowers. We have the open skiff policy. If you have information to share, we will gladly host you, etc. So I'm not going to go into any of the rest of that because it's just a lot of drama. But realistically, you kind of got to see both sides. The only person when she was talking about skiff flu that actually had the flu was Chris Mellon. The only one. You're surprising people. I mean, I love what Luna's doing, and it's great. And it was a great show. It was a great interview that she did with Joe Rogan. This one's blowing up, and they're having little tussles and stuff. But you gotta put one shoe on the other foot versus the other. And so I think just it's a little bit more understanding. I think would have gone a long ways in this instance. What do you think?
You have to look at both perspectives, really. Who knows what he already had planned, and all of a sudden, in 24 hours, they expect him in Washington, D.C., or 48 hours.
I think it was 48. You're right. Yep.
You can't, come on. We need more time than that to get organized. If Dave expected me up in Canada in 48 hours, would I be able to make that work?
Not a chance.
There's not a freaking chance I would be able to. And I don't have a wife and a kid at home. I'm free and clear here, but just because of work and everything else, there's no way.
Mm-mm. Not a chance.
Not a chance. It's going to happen.
Stargazer, no doubt. You couldn't pay me to go to DC. Well, I don't know. They got a really good fish market. Oh, man. I better shut up. Anyway, so by the way, everybody, I want to let you know that Super Chats are always open. A great way to support everything that we do here at Spaced Out Radio. We do not actually get paid to do this. We do this on our own volition, but it is still not free. So I'd love you to check out spacedoutradio.com/shop if you want to check out our swag. Unfortunately, there's one type of swag that is not on our shop yet, and you're wearing it. It is so cool. You got to show it off. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Holy crap. What the hell's going on here? Not only that, I thought it was so cool. I actually, let's see if I can get this. I ordered a, I guess, army green version of the same shirt.
Yeah.
Literally minutes after I saw his. Oh gosh. But yeah, go check out our swag, everybody. And by the way, Dave Scott's going to be on right after us, literally 30 seconds after. Yep.
And he's already texted me and said, "Hey buddy, can you come on for the first hour?" So you know what?
Ooh.
I will probably be there. Something is going down, and you might want to stay tuned for that.
Okay. You know what? I literally took the rest of the evening off. Usually after the show, I have a lot of stuff to do. And tonight, I don't have jack nothing to do. So I will meet everybody in the chats. I will be there. I will be a wrench, but I'm one of the milder ones. I don't talk snot to people, I like to call it. And so if you're there and you're going to have fun, join us. It'll be great. Don't forget to hit the like button. Everybody is in here. Yeah, everybody in here is probably already subscribed. If you're listening to this in the future, please subscribe because it helps our algorithms. That's all we really want. I mean, just help us out. Let's keep this news going. So now, 3-Eye Atlas.
Oh yeah,
this one's interesting.
It's getting more and more interesting as it gets closer to us.
Yes.
This feels like something is coming. If you know what I mean.
100%. Everybody remembers Avi Loeb, correct?
Oh yeah.
So back now I'm going to stretch my brain a little bit. The last time and the only time that it was back in the day when I was running the it was after hours. And I had contacted Avi, which anybody can do. So I'm not trying to pat myself in the back. Look, no ego here. Because anybody can get a hold of him. I talked to him in 2023, but about the Oumuamua, which I think was in 17. So Richard Minish, yes, Oumuamua. The deal with Oumuamua, and so I'm a science fiction novel reader, hands down. Like I can name almost every author that I've read. And Arthur C. Clarke's Rama comes into mind when I hear Oumuamua because it is the same shape. And as everybody knows, that rock object, whatever it was, actually sped up as it was leaving our solar system, which doesn't really happen. They said it was a gas off and stuff. No, come on, man. That's not what it is. So there was actually another one that you had sent to me today that I was listening to a couple times today about 3i Atlas.
Yeah.
And it was, I want to actually get to the guys. This is going to blow me up. I swear to goodness. It's the Angry Astronaut.
Yep.
I want to give him props. I might actually change a few things, edit just to get him into our show notes. That way I give him props about what we're about to talk about, because I love I've listened to him before and it's really awesome. The way he talks about it. So, and in fact, right off the bat, he's like, "Good afternoon, alien enthusiasts." I love that. In spite of what some of you may be thinking right now, I have not sunk to extreme clickbait titles. Not in the least with this particular topic. As shocked as I was to learn this news, it is based on scientific data. And he is correct.
Exactly.
So for anybody that wants to go see that exact show, you know what? If one of you guys in the comments wants to go ahead and post that, please do so. It is entitled, it's on YouTube, "Artificial Light Detected on 3i Atlas, ?
Yep.
And it's by the Angry Astronaut. So here's what's really killer about this thing. He went through the science, and here's what science said about it. We've seen a Oumuamua when we detected it was actually leaving our solar system. There was another one that actually doesn't really matter. They'll talk about it. Borisov, I think it's called. And that one acted like a comet, where you get close to the sun, ice starts heating up, there's particles and
gases.
Off gases. Yeah, that's a real one. This one, on the other hand, they thought was way bigger than it really is. So, and it gets crazy when we start talking about this stuff. If I go down, because I have the whole transcript right here of the show. The show's not very long, for anybody that's wondering. And I'll get to there in just a second once I'm done scrolling down. But he goes through it relatively articulate on the matter, and it's really interesting to listen to. So it's 23 minutes and 10 seconds, roughly 30 seconds, 14 seconds. So there's the interstellar object, 3i Atlas. This is my notes. Its behavior is challenging conventional astronomical understanding.
Yep.
There's a reason why.
Multiple reasons.
Oh my goodness. It's getting more and more fun to watch. Yep. So while many astronomers believe the object is simply a comet, it is not, because comets mostly have tails. Look at Halley's Comet. I've seen that in my lifetime. I will probably not see it again, but hey, I've seen it once. Its unusual brightness and lack of typical cometary characteristics have led some, like Avi Loeb, to speculate that it could be an artificial object. All right. This is where we get into some scientist stuff that I'm not a scientist by any means. I'm a layman kind of guy. 3i Atlas is currently at a magnitude of 16.4, making it 200 times brighter than the previous interstellar comet, which is Borisov. And this is at the same distance. I forgot to write that in there. That's at the same exact distance. So that and Borisov was supposed to be huge. The theory is that 3i Atlas, I'm just going to start calling it Atlas, guys, is a small object that's producing a vast amount of dust. The gentleman on that show said that's what we typically go with. It's dust. It's kind of like the scapegoat. Let's just call it dust, and because we don't know.
Right. Ice particles and a lot of different things, but yes.
Only because when it reflects sunlight and it makes it appear brighter. So, but now we're doing other experiments on this. Who, what are we doing here? Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't want to talk about that.
So,
All right.
so what they're saying is basically the surface area does not dictate the fact that it's giving us so much light. It's smaller than it should be for
So
giving it as much light as we're getting.
correct. And basically, when it came to Borisov, the surface area was much larger, and they have so the bigger the object is, the more light it reflects. The more light it reflects, we have a algorithm that deals with that, some scientists and mathematics and stuff, and we're like, okay, that's what this object is.
Right.
When we have it shining brighter, and then we put through whatever spectrometers that we're shooting out there at it, how we're looking at it, and we realize this thing's not as big as that by any means. So it must be dust. Oh, that's a way to call it away. No, that's not what's going on. So what we're actually seeing is a lack of gassing, outgassing. Sorry. So the process of a comet shedding a significant amount of dust usually involves a lot of gas outgassing, which has not been detected in 3I Atlas. So Halley's Comet, outgassing. You can see it.
Right.
Big tail.
That's a big tail.
Yeah. Borisov. You could see it. It's there. Oumuamua, not a chance. Didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so there's an implausible size for this thing. So for the object to be bright solely from reflective sunlight, it would need to have a diameter up to 20 kilometers. Such a large object would be extremely rare, with a projected encounter rate of only once in every 10 to 50,000 years.
Okay. So the big news, yes, it's got all this light going on, but you got to understand that this thing is coming in on the ecliptic plane as well. So that's the plane where all the planets rotate on, right?
We will get there. Trust me. Oh, yeah.
I've got more to add to why it's possible it's off-gassing more, because it is on the ecliptic plane versus coming in from another angle like Oumuamua did, and the other object as well.
So, agreed. I don't want to say too much, but you're nailing the head on the head, nail on the head. Or Mane says, what if it's made of highly reflective type of metal? Surely it ain't got headlights. Are we sure it ain't Elon's car coming back? the Roadster.
Yeah.
And it has it high beams on. Heck yeah, dude. That'd be awesome. Except for this is traveling double the speed that we are traveling around the sun. As the Earth travels around the sun, this thing's traveling twice that speed. So it's, and this is where, so I got Avi Loeb on one side, I got this on the other, but we're going to go, excuse me. Avi Loeb and his colleague Eric Keto had proposed an alternative model that the object is generating its own light. This theory, based on analysis of objects' brightness profile, suggests the light source is at the center of the dust cloud. The light curve has a much steeper slope that was observed in natural comets, which points to a powerful central light source. If you guys want to go listen to the other guy, he has, and if you guys actually want to read the science on it, it's available for everybody.
Yeah.
And the curve of light that this thing has is ridiculous. It's unlike anything that we've seen before. Because originally we picked this one up really early. Like Oumuamua was leaving. This one, it's coming. We're seeing it right now. And scientists, like I was saying in the beginning, just kind of like looked at it and like, it's a comet, whatever. And then they started looking at it and they're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Why is it coming in that direction? How is it coming in on the same planet we are? Why is it in such a, this is from Interstellar. And then the speed of it is off. The size of it, especially when we do the spectral analysis on it, they're looking at this thing going, okay, wait a minute. It's much smaller realistically than we would think it is because of how bright it is. So, and this is where you get Avi Loeb saying, hey, this thing's could be illuminated from within, which is insane to think about. This is stirring scientific and people that are,
right. That's Avi Loeb saying it too. I mean, he's a scientist. So if he's coming out and saying these things, he's putting his neck out for everybody to chop.
Exactly. So let me go over the Avi Loeb one that I got here. And by the way, anybody that wants to talk to him, just find out the school he works at. He's in the directory. It's not hard to get his number. He answers his phone. And I'm not suggesting every single one of you just call this guy, but literally, he's amazing. I caught him when he was right before he was going to dinner, and he still talked to me. Just respect his privacy, please. So Avi Loeb has published a paper and multiple posts speculating that 3I Atlas, the third interstellar object discovered passing through our solar system, could be an alien spacecraft. This is an idea he has also suggested for a MUMA. But so him and co-author point to several anomalous characteristics, and here's what they say. Its trajectory, which is what you were talking about, being aligned with the elliptical orbital plane of the planets, which has a low probability of happening by chance, which is true.
And we've talked about this. We talked about this last week where something's coming in and it's not, it's not just coming in and going out. It's actually coming in and it's going to be closest to the two of the three habitable zones or habitable planets in the US because they're in the habitable zone.
Yep.
So we're this is the likelihood of this happening is
super rare. 1 in a billion.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, it's trajectory is coming really close to Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. And it's going on the other side of the sun from us because, I mean, if you're a sentient being, you're like, we're going to hide from them real quick. We just want to check out these other planets. And the way they're going around, and they can be on the same elliptical plane, go through Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, and be on out. But we're seeing them. The fact that it shows no spectral fingerprints of gas is also another one. There's no gassing off of anything. I listened to another show that was talking about it, and another, people that are smarter than me, and they're like, dude, if this thing has like some kind of weird nanobots or something, which is the dust that we're seeing going out and collecting, like harvesting, so to speak, all the natural substances that are flying around in space around like a sun. When you go into interstellar, there's not a lot out there until you get to the next sun. So they're collecting as much as they can until they get to the next place, which is what we're seeing. I heard that today. Promise you I heard it. Don't know if I believe it. I don't know my opinion yet on it.
Something I haven't even heard of or even thought about.
Oh, it was wild. Yeah,
what?
Give me a second.
Okay, you're
I went off the deep end, and I want to say
this sounds like some woo shit, but it's possible, I suppose, right? Anything's possible at this point in time when you're talking about an interstellar object coming into our solar system, visiting coming by two of the three habitable planets.
Yeah.
And then on our elliptic plane, which just blows me away. The more I learn, the more I think, oh my God, what are we dealing with here?
I think it wasn't weaponized. Now I got to look because
that's what it's saying. No gas is being admitted, but there's still some sort of a cloud around it, right?
Correct. And that's what they're saying is there's a cloud around it. And something inside of it is illuminating that cloud more than our sun can, which makes the object itself look bigger. That's the gist of it, everybody. Then the possibility that is generating its own light, which could indicate it's a technological artifact. Now, I don't like the word artifact.
Right.
Artifact to me seems ancient. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Whereas it's a technological structure.
But wait, we don't know how ancient it could be. We don't know where it came from and how long it's been on its trajectory. So it could be ancient.
It could be, and if it's artificial intelligence, it's operated, remotely. There's no biologics in there. It could run forever. We have spacecraft of our own. Well, satellites, not really satellites now. They're the
probes. Yeah.
Probes. They're going to go out there, but they're going to die. Like once they get far enough from our sun where they can't have any type of light at all.
Right.
And the batteries go dead. They're just going to keep floating unless they somehow we made a battery that when those, solar arrays get next to the nearest sun and God knows how many 100,000 years, and they just happen to recharge, I doubt it. But if they do, and other people on other planets that detect this are going to be like, what the hell is that?
Here's the thing, though. The probability of us beating our probe to another solar system is huge. It's high. Seriously.
We can't do it. We
can't do it right now, but we do it. Yeah.
We think we can't do it right now. But according to other things that we've been listening to in the last few weeks, we might already been able to do it since the 50s. But hey, I digress.
Down that wormhole. A rabbit hole,
oh yeah. I don't want to go there, but that's fine. So there's a potential explanation and comparisons. I'm going to read from over here. Loeb's theory for this powerful light source rules out some of the natural phenomenon, such as a primordial black hole or a fingerprint of a supernova, as they would not produce enough energy. Oh, by the way, let me stop there. I forgot to write this down too. The energy it would take to make this thing less than the size of a Muamua, as bright as something that's over 20 kilometers long, but it's a quarter of the size, would be like 15 nuclear reactors or more. Did you hear that part?
I did not hear that part.
Yeah. And that was a different one. Not that guy.
A different podcast or whatever.
You showed me that and I went just I was working on a 70 Chevelle today and I'm going, yeah, dude, this is awesome. And you sent me that. I'm like, way more awesome. So here I am. I mean, if anybody wants to see my fingers, look, I can see that. I'm a mechanic.
You've been in the grease today for sure. I can tell.
I'm that guy that has fingerprints on his sandwich. And then now my I don't even have my AirPods on me. So they never made black AirPods. I have a set. Custom made by me. So I'm dumb. So images from the Hubble Space Telescope show a fuzzy glow or comma, which is what they say, around the object, which is characteristics of comets. The fact that it has a dust and tail plume further confirms this, right?
Right.
But the argument is that if it were an asteroid or a rock body without a comet, it would have to be an unusually large 20-kilometer rock to account for its brightness. But the probability of a rock that size from interstellar space is very low. And the Hubble Space Telescope, you really just can't see it as well either, basically with all the other stuff that we have. So let me shut that down real quick. Give me a second. There we go. But the whole fact that this thing is coming through I forgot the orbit, what they called it, and
the elliptic plane.
It's not the elliptic plane. It's actually there's another word about its orbit.
Okay,
that's how we were able to see it, because Halley's Comet, its orbit is elliptical. It's just like this, and our sun's like a dust ball right here, and it goes. Takes 70 some odd years or whatever,
right,
to keep in that orbit with us, because it's just being drugged by the sun.
And you just pointed something out that I want to mention, and the fact that our sun isn't stationary and our solar system is not stationary. It actually is acting like a corkscrew as it goes through space. So we're not in the same elliptical plane all the time. We're moving constantly in a spiral as we go through space with our with the Milky Way galaxy. I mean, we are moving. So, not, I mean, in so many ways too, right? So, if you think about the Milky Way galaxy is moving, and then you think about the arms on the Milky Way galaxy are moving, and then you think about our solar system is moving. It's constant freaking motion.
Well, everything in the world is constant motion. Everything in your
Yeah.
body, every atom that you have is constant motion. So,
Right.
realistically, this thing is not being drug through our magnetic pull from the sun. It is going to go ahead and change its trajectory, and then go through a few planets, and it looks like it's hiding itself. So low Obsiri, which we were talking about, the supernova and how much energy it needs to produce, it leaves the possibility of an artificial origin only because a nuclear powered spacecraft, for example, could be generating the light.
Well, what I'm saying by talking about the motion is that I'm saying that this thing is probably steered.
Oh, like a Muamua.
It's being steered. It has to be.
It was steered a while ago.
So, but what if it's being steered now?
And we might see that. That's one of the biggest things. If you have like a Muamua sped up after it went around our sun,
Mm-hmm.
the whole slingshot. So it went past our sun, and then now listen, people. When I say speed up, it sped up not in thousands of kilometers per second. It was minor than much minor than that, but it still sped up. And that shows, like, that's the reason why Avi Loeb's like on the ball going, hey, how did this happen? Why did we see this? What's going on here? How did this speed up? And everybody's like, oh, off-gassing. We don't detect that with the Muamua. And then you have, Atlas here saying, okay, it's coming in and it's brighter than it should be.
Right.
We can detect it. The object that it has is smaller. It's in a dust cloud. We'll call it the cloud. The actual hard surface object that's in there is surrounded by something, but it's not off-gassing. We don't see an off-gas, and it's producing its own light. Scott Rosen, wait till it changes course. That would be an instant. If science, oh man, do you think they'll ever actually tell us it did?
Well, I think that the fact that we have so many astronomers looking at it with so many different telescopes right now, I think we would hear about that.
I hope so.
I would hope so as well, but
yeah, I'm on the fence if they would actually tell us if it actually changed course. Avi might say something, but somebody might come up in a nice black suit and say, "Hey, shut up." So the possibility of Atlas being an artificial object is supported by its unusual trajectory, which is what you stated, which is it comes close to 3 planets, which is Mars, Venus, and Jupiter, and on the same plane as the solar system, which is called the ecliptic, which Scott was also saying something about that. This is in stark contrast to the trajectory of natural objects, which are typically random. Now I'm reading this. These are my notes, guys. Additionally, Atlas is positioned on the opposite side of the sun from Earth during its closest approach, making it difficult for us to observe. Why?
When you're shooting at ducks in a shooting gallery, right, you're going to want to go for the most amount of ducks as you possibly could. So you might negate 1 or 2 to go for more. So that's what I think is happening here.
Maybe. If you have, let's just put it in a control. Let's say this is just a rock, and it's just a rock, and it's just passing by, and the odds are 1 in a trillion that happens to be all these things that scientists and mathematicians are saying this is very rare. Cool. Mm-hmm. There's some rare stuff happening. Cool. We saw it in our lifetime. Great. Chalk it up to that. If it was something that was scientific, something that had another intelligence behind it, and they're like, you know what? we know there's somebody there. Let's go on this side of the sun versus this one and get these 3 planets because it costs less energy to do this. We already know they're there because we're watching I Love Lucy from whenever. So we know they're there. Let's go check out what else they got. Yeah, and don't make fun of me. I love Lucy.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, the Love Boat and Fantasy Island was huge. Oh yeah.
Gosh. Hey, wait, don't say that kind of stuff, man. You're gonna tell people how old I am. So there is a comparison that can be made to a star, which is, I have it written out, TYC 8241-2652, which mysteriously lost its dust ring. Do you remember that one?
I do not.
We'll just call it TIC, TYC, TIC. So in 2012, astronomers saw that a massive amount of dust around a very young star had vanished over a short period of time. Now, and when I say short period of time here, this is over the course of years.
Right.
Natural explanations were rolled out, and the event remains still to this day unexplained. Some have speculated this could be the result of nanomachines or of similar artificial processes consuming the matter, which is when I come about full circle. Right. Whatever's around this cloud is around this object, could be consuming things just like that
as it's moving through space, and especially as it comes into the solar system. So what could it be gaining? So it's going to gain fuel of some sort,
water material, because we already hydrogen, maybe frozen nitrogen. It could be a whole number of things. I mean, we really don't know what's out there.
Yeah, we don't. Especially as laymen, we're not going to hear about the things that they find out there for sure. But what about this object? Maybe what we're seeing, the reflection of light that we're seeing, is just the ice crystals.
See, that would be off-gassing though, because as it gets,
but it's not like a gas. What we could be looking at is just ice crystals.
Well, the theory goes is the actual object would have ice on it, and the closer it gets to our sun, it's gonna melt, and it's moving so fast, it's gonna, water is gonna vapor off and then turn to ice, and then that's off-gassing. And so that's what we're supposedly seeing. But even with off-gassing, its speed and the fact that we don't see a tail kind of depicts it. We're not seeing the off-gassing, which is exactly where that would be. And I mean, even if I just looked up, and I literally just did this while you're talking, what about 3i Atlas is so weird, right? This is the AI overview on Google, folks. Just take this with a grain of salt. We're going to try it, though. The object Atlas is considered unusual due to its A, speed, B, trajectory, and the nature of its light emission. This thing is making light. This is Google saying this as well.
Yeah, but they say nothing about the 2 out of 3 planets in the habitable zone either.
Well, let's find out. It's moving too fast to be gravitationally bound to our sun and is on the hyperbolic trajectory, meaning it's an interstellar object passing through our solar system. Furthermore, its light emission doesn't appear to be typical sunlight reflecting off dust, leading some to speculate it might be emitting its own light or that the dust distribution is unusual. And then there's 3 keys here. So here's a detailed breakdown, and there's only 3 bullet points. Speed and trajectory is it's traveling at high velocity and follows the trajectory that takes that will take it out of our own solar system and never to come back. This is a characteristic of interstellar objects, which are not gravitationally bound to our sun. So basically, that's what they're doing. While it does have a comma or glowing haze of gas and dust, it lacks a bright tail trailing like most comets. Additionally, and here we go, Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb and his colleagues have analyzed images and suggested light might not be from sunlight reflecting off dust. Now, Avi did this with a Muamua. Ooh, that's kind of a neat picture. Hold on. Let me bring that up so everybody can see it. It's kind of nice. There you go. So for anybody that's not watching, I literally did What About 3-Eye Atlas is So Weird. You can see that in the Google search bar. Underneath that, you'll see artificial light detected. And they have somebody's rendering.
Yeah.
And then in the bottom left corner, you have what appears to be some type of blown up. It looks like a rendering to me, but I mean, it could be some type of science.
Yeah. This, telescope or something like that.
Yeah, but it doesn't look infrared to me. Like this, I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that. I think it's just clickbait. But then you have a comet going through with what looks like, debris coming off of it that's lighting up. But then the comet has in its craters, it's all lit up. And it looks cool. But is it real? I don't know. I mean, what do you think?
Just from the so just from that photo and what I know, we are looking at the front end of this object. We are not looking at it from the side as it comes in. So because it is coming into the inner solar system, right? So we are looking at the front end of this thing. And you would expect that the front end would be getting hot and reflecting sunlight and all manner of things.
If you go into thermodynamics, though, the front end shouldn't be getting that hot. I mean, I don't know what you would consider hot, though. It's getting warmer. I mean, you go into interstellar space, you're frozen,
right?
So, I mean, you would see that.
It's kind of like it's coming in. It's not coming into an atmosphere. That's not what we're looking at.
Yeah, it's going to be slight.
Yeah, we're looking at radiation from the sun actually heating up the front.
Correct.
Most likely being that it's possibly a comet. You're looking at a lot of water and ice. So,
well, if it's water and ice or hydrogen or frozen nitrogen, whatever it is,
right?
Because as soon as you get close to the sun, the radiation is going to heat up, different particles of that. And it's going to look at Halley's Comet. It's been going around for centuries and we keep seeing it every time. And it's just off gassing. We can see it. The only reason why you can see it is because the particles that are off gassing from it, the sun is lighting it up. Just like if you take a flashlight and shine it at your wall, you're going to see it. And in this particular case, though, we don't see that. That's what's weird about it. The cloud is moving with it. There is no off gassing behind
right. There's nothing coming off the back end.
Yeah, and so and Mish, according to what I've been finding, is 209 kilometers per hour, 61 kilometers per second, which for anybody in the United States is 130,000 miles per hour. That is the speed of this thing. If you guys got any questions, we only have a few minutes. Please put them in caps so one of us can catch them, and we will try to either answer it. If I'm too dumb to answer it, I will just say.
I'm wondering, at 135,000 miles an hour, how many times can you go around the Earth?
Here we go. You're going to make me do it.
Well, I'm just saying, because people need a reference point here with this, because just saying that, I mean, that number is way out there. So let's try to give some context.
So the Earth moves around the sun at an average speed of approximately 67,000 miles per hour. So literally it is almost double the speed of Earth going around the sun.
Almost 3 times.
Well, 67 plus 67, is
167,000.
No, 134.
Oh, okay, 134.
Yeah. And so it was doing. So, I mean, I deal a lot with money, and it was doing 130. So it's almost double. It's 4,000 miles less. They need to speed up. Make it double, guys. Come on. I think once they shoot around, here we go. All caps for questions, please. Paulie, you are first up. If Atlas is a threatening craft, what is the worst case scenario for humans in Europe, in your opinion? Okay, so here we go. Avi Loeb did suggest that this may be threatening, but look at it this way. Okay. If a fly lands on an anthill, that fly might be threatening. We all know that flies really aren't threatening to a anthill, but they consider it threatening. We don't know if this is actually a non-human intelligence, and if it is, let's just go out and down the rabbit hole. Get on the woo train, folks.
Oh boy.
If this is something that is interstellar, has God knows how many years advanced we are. It could be 10, it could be a 10,000, who knows? Are they threatening? Well, we only think that way because humans don't have a really good track record with this. We all been, I hate to say it, but we see it every day. We don't know how they were brought up. If a non-human intelligence comes here, there's actually a word for this where we overlay who we are and how we think on somebody else.
Yep.
So I don't know if they're threatening. Their trajectory is not coming close to us. It is less than 1 unit away from the other planets, but it's going to be more than that between us and them. So we're not even going to, in my mind, they're not threatening to us. But I mean, I live my life vicariously through the wind. Wherever the wind takes me, it just takes me there. And I cross that bridge when I get there. This isn't Independence Day. And if it was, we didn't know they were coming. And
I'm going to stick to probe. I just am. Everything
I like that.
tells me that it's just looking.
I would say this as I'm a guy that just lives my life as I live it. Until something threatens my family, then watch out. But before that, that looks like a cool whatever it is in the sky.
Right.
So let's see. Earth Neos are 18,000 miles per hour. I don't know what that means. 18.5 miles per second. Anybody else got any questions on this? Oh, here we go. The Keanu Reeves movie I was thinking of was Day the Earth Stood Still. Have you seen that movie?
I have.
That's actually a really good movie.
Yeah, I saw the first version and then the Keanu Reeves version as well, and they're both very good. Yes.
Wasn't that a book though? I think it was a book.
I'm not sure about the book.
I'm gonna have to look that up now because if it is, I'm gonna go read it. Cade, Kia, Stephen Hawking said it best. It'll be much like when Christopher Columbus discovered America. Well, let's do this. The things
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say we've already got visitors here, and we know that. So
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah. All right.
They're already here. They have been here. They have been here for millennia. From wall paintings to carvings, from what was it, the Incas and now even what's the painter? Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci painted craft. I mean, come on, guys. They've been here for thousands of years. Chris Columbus discovered America. BS story. Bubba 1. Let me focus on this just for a second. I'm going to squirrel out. I'm going to completely squirrel out with Bubba 1. So, Bubba, between me and you, I want you to go ahead and look up something that is really probably, I mean, you might find it. Look up Amerigo Vespucci or Vespucci. Look up that guy. So when I was raised as a kid, I was raised by grandparents that had really old Encyclopedia Britannicas, where Area 51 was actually still in it, but Area 72 was even more interesting because it was in the side of a mountain. But it also talked about Amerigo Vespucci being the one that actually really did find America, and that's the reason why we're called America. Thank you. I went ahead and went back to high school on that one.
Wow.
Yeah, it was I did a whole dissertation on that. So Thanks, Bubba One. You took me back 30 years. Love you, man. I didn't say that. Anyways, we only got a few minutes left.
Right.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this evening. Lee, you're freaking amazing. You gave me a topic to squirrel out on, dude.
Well, it was a good topic, and I think we learned a lot here, and I hope that you all learned a lot here too. And, never hesitate to jump on Facebook and get a hold of one of us if you guys find something interesting. We would love to hear about it. Absolutely. Yeah. And remember that Spaced Out Radio does not have ugly swag, people. We do not.
We do not. And Lee, I'm going to tell you right now, man, I wish you luck on Dave's radio show, because here's the deal. In this exact era or area that we're in right now, the show that we're on is not radio formatted.
Right.
I mean, I really want to hold the ability to curse just a little bit.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you guys all, Dave's got rules. Lee, thank you so much for going out there and providing us with a bunch of cool evidence and everything that you were doing. And realistically, this is the funnest thing I've ever done in my life. And
this is a blast, man.
Oh yeah. And not only you, but everybody that watches us, thank you so much for helping us. We're all taking baby steps here, guys.
Yeah, we're learning with you. That's the thing. We're purveyors of what we find on the internet, and we just want to share it with you all, and hope that, in time, hopefully you guys will share some things with us as well. So
that'd be great. So I'm going to say, it's not just what we find on the internet, because Lee and myself are actually experiencers.
That's correct.
So we're in this for the love of knowledge. And I know every single one of you guys are as well. So thank you for being a part of this show. We look forward to seeing you next week, every Wednesday, 8 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Dave Scott's on his show Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. to midnight. And then you got Element 115, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday. And then if you guys are really bored and you want to see the coolest dude with a red goatee, go see Rob G on After Hours. So
that's correct. On the weekends too. Yep.
On the weekends. Yeah, we are a 7-day-a-week show. Even without you and I mean, they still do it 7 days a week now. I couldn't believe it. I did it on Saturday and Sundays for quite a while, and it was a lot. But excuse me. Everybody go look at 3i Atlas. Keep watching it. We'll give you updates as needed. When it comes to all the drama with Congress, we will also give you every update that we find there is needed.
Yep.
We will give our opinion if you would like it. I try to remain as neutral as possible, because I don't believe it until I can see it.
That's it.
But thank you, everybody, for showing up. We're going to give Dave just a couple of seconds, a little bit more tonight, to click start on his show.
Right.
Be there or be square, and always look up to the skies. Thank you.
Later, y'all.
Heck yeah, I like that one. And I'll be watching you, man. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much.